Good morning. Thank you for joining me this morning for gentle yoga. I'd like to start by coming to seated on a block or a folded blanket. Just looking to lift the hips slightly higher than the knees. Taking a few breaths here, getting comfortable in your seat. You can close your eyes here. Just give a nice soft gaze towards the floor. Sits bones are pressing firmly into your mat or your blanket here. Beginning to ground down, really feeling the earth beneath you. Lifting up through the crown of your head. Tuck your chin slightly. Nice long spine here. And just breathing in and out through the nose. And start to notice the quality of your breath. Bringing a hand to heart center, one to low belly. Beginning a 3-part breath. On your next inhale, begin to fill your belly. Allow your rib cage to expand and feel your chest rise. Exhaling, chest will lower. The ribs will hug, and then gently drawing the navel toward the spine. Keep going here, inhaling, filling the lungs. And as you exhale, really reaching down into the lower lobes of the lungs, emptying out any stale air. So we're just allowing that exhale to be slightly longer than the inhale. Keep going, a few more breaths here. Gently releasing the hands back down onto the thighs. And blinking the eyes open. Take a nice deep inhale from here. And exhale, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe making some circles here with the shoulders. Inhaling the arms overhead. Maybe the palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that a few more times. Inhaling, arms overhead. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms overhead. Maybe look up if it feels good to you. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhaling, arms overhead. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release the hands. From here, let's bring the hands together and create a little heat between the hands. So just rubbing the hands together vigorously. And then on your next exhale, drop your head into your hands, cup your eyes, and just start to notice the warmth around your eye sockets. Take a few breaths here. And then start to massage your forehead. Circular motions on the forehead and down the bridge of the nose. Around the eye sockets. Some circular motions around the temple area. Moving to the cheeks, some circular motions around the cheeks. And then one finger in front of, and then one behind the ears, massaging around the ears. And then down the jawline, see if you can relax your jaw. Moving into the neck. And then maybe the shoulders. Go ahead and release here. Maybe shake out the hands for just a moment. From here, let's extend the arms out in front. So shoulder height here. We're going to inhale, press through the palms, spread the fingers nice and wide. And then exhale, fingertips towards the floor. Stretching the wrist joint here. Inhale, flexing through the palms, pressing through the palms, spreading the fingers nice and wide. Exhale, fingertips towards the floor. One more time. Inhale, press through the palms. And the heel of the hand, fingers spread nice and wide. Exhale, fingertips towards the floor. Let's from here bring hands together, interlace your fingers. See if you can bring your forearms together. We're going to lift up through the elbows, interlacing fingers and just making some circles here in one direction. Full circles all the way around. Keep breathing. Switch directions. And then inhale, press through the palms. Keep your fingers interlaced. Round the shoulders. Maybe drop your chin to chest. Release your grip. Re-interlace behind you. Pressing down through the tops of the hands as you lift up through the heart. Maybe look up. Maybe just keep your gaze forward. Exhale, release. From here, we're just going to make some circles. So watch me here. We're going to inhale, press the chest forward. Exhale, rounding the spine, maybe dropping the chin to chest. Again, we're just moving in one direction, circles. Inhaling forward, exhaling, rounding back. A few more times in this direction, feels good. See if you can keep your sits bones on your blanket or mat. And let's switch directions. Two more circles in this direction. And let's make it our way back to center here. Go ahead and come off of your blanket and extend your legs out in front of you for a moment. Just want to start by leaning back into the hands and just shaking out the leg bone from the hip socket. You can start to inhale, lift up through the heart, or maybe just keep your gaze forward or towards the ceiling, whatever feels good. Shake it out. And then point and flex your toes. Drawing the leg bones back into the hip socket, we're making our way into staff posture. So nice long spine here, lifting up through the crown of your head. Tuck your chin slightly and flex through your feet. Spread your toes nice and wide. And just take a few breaths here, maybe pressing palms down next to the hips. Gazes forward. One more inhale here. All right. So go ahead and bend your right knee and bring the sole of your right foot to your mat. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the knee, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, feel your sitting bones pressing down into the mat. And on your next inhale, extend your right leg for 3 breaths. Keep your foot flexed. Spread your toes. Breathe. Exhale, release. Take an inhale. Interlace your fingers on your shin, just below your knee. And then exhale, draw your knee close to the body. And release. Extend your right leg. Readjust your seat if needed. Spread your toes nice and wide, and we'll do the other side. So bringing the sole of your left foot to your mat, bending the knee. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the left knee. Sit up nice and tall. Feel your sits bones pressing down into your mat. On your next inhale, extend your left leg. Flex through the foot. Spread your toes nice and wide. Gaze is forward for 3 breaths. Exhale, release that foot back down to your mat. Re-interlace your fingers on your shin just below your knee. Sit up nice and tall, and on your next exhale, really hug that knee towards the chest. Extending your left leg. Readjusting your seat here. Bend your right knee. And then see if you can cross your right foot over your left leg. So we're just going to bring it across. Okay, sit up nice and tall from here. We're going to grab the knee with the left hand. Inhale. Actually, go ahead and press down through your sits bones once more. Inhale, lift up through your crown. Exhale, press your sitting bones down into your mat. We're going to inhale, reach this right arm overhead, and then find it behind you. So nice, gentle twist here. Keeping the heart nice and open. And just breathing here, inhaling, lifting up through the crown. And then maybe as you exhale, turning a little deeper into the pose here, maybe gazing over the right shoulder if it feels okay to the neck and shoulders. If not, just keep your gaze forward, that's fine. Let's go for one more breath here. Inhale this right arm back around. We're going to uncross the legs here, extend your right leg, readjust your seat, and again, bending the left knee. We're going to see if we can cross this left foot over the right thigh. Sole of the left foot is on your mat. We're going to bring right hand to the outside of the left knee. And before we go any further, just sit up nice and tall from here. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale as you press your sitting bones down into your mat. Inhale this left arm up and around. Hand comes behind you. If you can place your whole palm onto your mat, that's okay. If not, maybe just fingertips. Keeping the heart nice and open here. Keep your gaze forward. Just breathe. One more breath here. Maybe on your next exhale, moving a little deeper into the twist, maybe gazing over the left shoulder if it feels okay to you. Inhale, swing that arm back around. Uncross your legs. Extend your left leg. Lean back into your hands. Lift up through your heart. Shake out the leg. Bone from the hip socket once more. Point and flex the feet a few times if it feels good to you. And let's go ahead and swing the feet around and make our way into a tabletop position. I'm going to bring my blanket under the knees. just for a little extra cushion. We're going to make our way to tabletop with knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Inhale as you look towards the top of your mat. Exhale, draw your navel towards your spine. Inhale, lifting up through the heart, look forward, a few cat-cow movements here. Exhale, chin to chest, round your spine, tuck your tailbone, and empty out the lungs. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, draw your navel towards your spine. Inhale, lifting up through the heart, look forward. Exhale, round. Drop your tailbone, chin to chest, empty the lungs. A few more times, a few more rounds here on your own. All right. Sit back, press your sits bones back towards your heels. Make your way into an extended child's pose. So bring your forearms to your mat. Bring the tip of your forehead to your mat. Knees can be spread nice and wide if you like. Breathe. From here, inhale, look between your hands and start to reach your hands towards the top of your mat. Exhale, ears in line with the arms. Inhale, look between the hands. And we're just going to walk the hands over to the left, just as far as it feels comfortable for you. And then exhale again, bringing ears in line with the arms. We're just breathing into the right side body. One more breath here. Inhale as you look between the hands. Walk the hands back towards the center of your mat. Again, reaching for the top of the mat. Exhale, ears in line with the arm. And just gazing towards the navel here. Breathe. Inhale, look between the hands. Start to walk the hands over to the right. Just as far as it feels good to you. Exhale, ears in line with the arms. Gazes towards the navel. Breathing into the left side body. Inhale, look between the hands. Walk your hands back towards the center of your mat. Exhale, make your way back into your child's pose for 3 breaths. And then on your next inhale, back into your tabletop position. Readjust yourself on your mat for alignment here. Inhale as you look towards the top of your mat. Exhale as you draw the navel toward the spine. From here, we're going to inhale, reach the left fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, slide that left arm through, landing right here on your shoulder and the head here. Relax into the posture, breathing. You can take this a little deeper by maybe reaching the right fingertips towards the top of your mat. Maybe gazing towards the right armpit. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Nice long exhales. After your last exhale, we're just going to slide this right hand back under the shoulder. On your next inhale, sliding left hand back through. Inhale, reaching for the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hand back down to your mat. Make your way back into your tabletop position. We're going to do the other side. So again, look towards the top of your mat. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, draw your navel towards your spine. Inhale, reaching right fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, slide that right arm through, landing on the shoulder and the head here. Relax your head. Neck should be nice and relaxed. And then if you want to deepen the pose, you can start to reach your left fingertips towards the top of your mat. Maybe looking towards the armpit here. If that feels good to the neck and shoulders. Few more breaths, nice long exhales. We're going to slide this left hand back under the left shoulder. And on your next inhale, gently press into your hand, slide this right arm back through. Inhale, reach fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, back into your tabletop position. Let's do just a few table to child movements here. This can feel good after that nice stretch. Inhale, look towards your mat, towards the top of your mat. Exhale, press the hips back. Extended child's pose. Maybe just keep the arms nice and active, resting ears in line with the arms. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, press back. Active child's pose. Twice more. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, press back. Child. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, press back to child. And then inhale back into your tabletop position. All right, let's go ahead and make our way onto the belly. So you can move your blanket out of the way. Let's make our way onto the belly and into Sphinx posture. So come on down to the belly. And before we go any further, just bring your forehead to your mat. And then maybe hands just, fingertips just behind the tips of the shoulders. Give a few shoulder rolls here for a moment. Back and forward. And then shake out the hips. From here, we're just going to slide the hands forward. Inhale as you lift up through the head and heart. So bring your elbows in line with your shoulders and keep your elbows sort of tucked in tight. We're going to spread the fingers nice and wide. You're going to inhale, lift up through your heart and keep your gaze forward. Try not to sink down into your shoulders, but lift up and out of the shoulders, keeping the heart open, lifted. Breathe. Each exhale, feeling maybe the pubic bone into your mat here. One more breath. And then on your next exhale, go ahead and bring your head back down to your mat. Slide your hands just behind the tips of the shoulders. Shake out the hips, just releasing any tension in the low back. Breathe. Maybe a few shoulder rolls back and forward. And then let's make our way back into swing pose. So on the next inhale, again, sliding hands forward, bringing elbows just under the shoulders, spreading the fingers nice and wide. We're lifting up and out of the shoulders here, lifting up through the heart, keeping the gaze forward. Take a few breaths here. We're going to change it up just a bit. From here, go ahead and bend your right knee. Inhale. And then as you exhale, start to gaze over the left shoulder. See if you can bring your foot into your peripheral vision. Let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale, head comes back to center. Release your foot back down to your mat. Inhale. Exhale, come on back down to your mat. Slide your hands back under the shoulders or just behind the tips of the shoulders here. Shake out the hips. Be gentle with yourself. On your next inhale, sliding the hands back towards the front of your mat. Elbows back under the shoulders. We're spreading the fingers nice and wide. We're lifting up through the heart, looking forward. And let's take a breath or 2 here. Really start to get comfortable in the posture with your breath. Bending your left knee this time. And you can point the toes or you can flex your foot, whatever feels good to you. I'm going to point the toes. Inhale. And then on your next exhale, maybe gazing over the right shoulder, see if you can see your left toes in your peripheral vision. Maybe you could on one side, but cannot on the other, and that's okay. Breathe. One more breath. Inhale, head back to center. Drop your foot. On your next exhale, bring your forehead back to your mat. Slide your hands back. Shake out the hips. From here, keeping your forehead on your mat, go ahead and slide your arms back beside the body, palms facing up. Relax your shoulders, and then bring your cheek to your mat. So maybe right cheek to the mat. Relax the shoulders completely. Take 3 breaths here. And then go ahead and bring your left cheek to your mat. Again, relaxing the shoulders completely. Breathe. Bring your forehead back to your mat. Slide your hands back under your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Shake out your hips once more. This time we're going to inhale, slide the hands forward. And then maybe just a little further forward than before. Lift up through your heart. Gaze is forward. We're going to bend both knees. You can stay here, or if you want a little more of a challenge and you feel like you can take a little more of a challenge, maybe start to press into the palms. Lift the elbows. Breathe. Exhale, bring your elbows back down to your mat. Drop your feet. Bring your forehead to your mat as you slide your hands back under your shoulders. Shake out your hips. On your next inhale, we're just going to press into the hands, lift the hips, and press the hips back into child's pose. Tip of your forehead resting on your mat. Go ahead and slide the hands back down beside the body. Palms facing up. We're in a full child's pose here. Relax the shoulders. Each exhale, pressing the hips a little closer towards the heels. Think about drawing your navel toward your spine on each exhale.
On your next inhale, bring your hands next to your knees, palms down towards the mat. Inhale. Exhale. And on your next inhale, gently pressing into your hands, we're going to slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head will come up last. Feels really nice to think about stacking your vertebrae one on top of the other. And let's go ahead and make our way to the top of the mat. We're going to come to the top of the mat with the knees bent, feet flat on the mat here. Feet are hip distance apart. Knees are hip distance apart. That's your hip bones, knees and ankles. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands just behind your knees. Inhale, lift up through your crown. Exhale, lean back into your hands. Tuck your tailbone and make your way onto your back. Go ahead and draw your knees to chest. And just give a little rock side to side. We're going to try one more posture here just to release any tension in the low back. See if we can make our way into happy baby. So you can stay here if this feels good. So your spine is nice and long on the mat. We're going to spread the knees, bringing the knees towards the armpits. Maybe a little rock side to side here. Maybe you want to stay here. Maybe you want to move into happy baby. So in happy baby, we're just going to grab the feet, the outside edge of the feet. We're going to draw the knees in towards the armpits. We're going to keep the neck nice and long on the mat. Spine is nice and long on your mat. And from here, maybe rocking a little side to side. Come on back to center. Let's take one more breath here. Release your grip. Draw your knees into your chest. Inhale. Exhale as you hug your right knee towards your chest and extend your left leg, nice and long. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Inhale. Exhale, draw both knees to chest. Maybe a little rock side to side. We're going to gently make our way over onto the side body. And then pressing into the hand, make your way back into seated. Legs crossed. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Bringing your hands together at heart center. Thank you all so much for joining me in this gentle yoga practice this morning. Peace and blessings to you all. Namaste.